Can you pinpoint the exact moment you became religious or awakened to the knowledge that there are forces beyond the mundane in this world? Be me 10 years ago. Just finished writing my suicide note, ready to go. All of a sudden hear knocking on the door. My lifelong friend's girlfriend is crying and covered in blood, said my friend just tried to kill her and she didn't know where else to go. Whatever low-line past caring. Let her in and only listen to about 2% of what she's saying as she sobs her story. Can't exactly kill myself while she's there. She just cries for hours and never stops talking. I'm getting sick of it. All of a sudden I snap to attention. For some reason she mentioned blue whales have arteries so big a human can crawl through them. Bitch, what? Apparently their heart is the size of a car. Hold up. Their tongues weigh as much as an elephant. WTF. Look it up. It's true. I am filled with feelings I never knew before. Powerful, visceral, warm love for all of God's creation out of fucking nowhere. Was a lifelong atheist and all of a sudden I just start crying at God's beauty. All thoughts of suicide forgotten. Instantly filled with infinite life energy. Go back to UNI to become a marine biologist. Save up to go swimming with whales. Meet my wife at an aquarium. Felt nothing but happiness since. I'm 100% certain that this sudden energy and happiness couldn't have come from nowhere. It's too powerful and too pure. All I can describe it as is a blessing. Be me. New nurse in school. First clinical rotation at UTMC trauma ortho acute care floor. Guy in room next to nurse's station. 25 years old who was running from the cops. Had drugs in his car. As he wrecks, pulls out sawed-off shotgun, tilts head back and pulls. Fast forward to present, me seeing him. Stitches from his neck running in his pattern up his face over his head. Hess alive and conscious. No mouth. No nose. No eyes. One ear, the right one. Putrid stench coming from the room, a mix of his tracheostomy and a gangrene of rotting flesh on his face. Can only shake his head to communicate. TFW finished my degree anyways, never saw anything anywhere near that bad again even 7 years into the field. I saw your post in the other thread, so I'll share my experience too since it's similar I guess. Not the best green tester but I'll give it a shot. Be me. About 17 to 18, with retarded group of friends tripping acid at the river. Mississippi River, probably just around dusk. After staring at the water skipping rocks for an hour or two we began to walk back up the hill, which is about a 20-minute walk through some light brush. Still kinda geeked off the tab, it's a dose I've before in the past and I was on the come down stage, but nonetheless I was pretty high still. Get an immediate feeling of impending doom on the track up, the plants begin to feel smothering as they brush aside my skin. The air changed rapidly. None of my friends seem to notice this. To our right, an older man looking like he's a character out of L.A. Noire walks by us, doesn't say anything, don't get a clear on look. Fucker looks like Peaky Blinders or something. He had a gray suitcase. Again, my friends act like he's just not there. No one looks at him, no one says anything as we walk by. I chalk it up to being high. At this point I'm losing control of my breath from what feels like a panic attack. Probably felt this way only a handful of times in my life, and I've had a few before so I know what they're like. The thing is, there wasn't an exact trigger for this which made it extra weird in the moment. Usually I can tell when a trip turns bad, or at least understand why it happens. This time it's like someone snapped and it all changed. Get back up on the hill. I remember plowing through the last wall of plants and seeing the road, salvation. Retard frines, haha you good bro haha? Ask them jokingly if they were also through. It was kinda odd for a old fart to be wandering in a full suit down towards the water in the middle of summer, bugs active at night, on a dark narrow steep trail. No one says they saw him. I fucking swear I saw someone. You mean the right girl. Also. Be me. Trying really hard to pun a girl who was virgin. I won't tell her age at the time. She was super wet, and I could pierce through reality. Finally feeling I getting in. She smiles and tells me that's not my cunny. Pull out. Her eyes turn devilish. I didn't say stop. Your word is my command. Best butt play ever. She was still a virgin for a few weeks after that. No regrets. Still my girl. Her dad hates me. Feels good. I'm sorry that happened. Shit like that will fuck you up. Something somewhat similar happened to me as a child, although not as bad. Me, not even 10 years old yet. Older cousin's cat has kittens. Go over to their house to see them. Hold one and drop it on accident because you're a dumb cunt. Kitten is fine but then cousin accidentally steps on it. Kitten has a seizure, spaces out bleeding from nose and mouth. Cry as the kitten dies a slow death. And puts its limp, bloody body in a plastic bag and shows me thinking it's funny. Cry even more. Be me. Be born. Mission accepted. Blend in with humans. Fight shadow people. Get swarmed by wasps. Nearly die. What did God mean by this?